All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today we're going to reframe something you probably just think of as a sunk cost, your monthly internet bill, and turn it into a legitimate digital asset. Welcome, everyone. We are unpacking a genuinely fascinating development in the 2026 digital economy. We're looking at exactly how everyday users are securely monetizing the internet capacity they're already paying for, but simply aren't using. So I want you to start by just asking yourself a quick question. What if your unused internet could actually pay you? Think of your internet connection kind of like an empty guest room in your house. When you aren't using all of it, you could totally be renting out that extra space to earn some secure passive income. I know it sounds a little bit like science fiction, but thanks to the massive rise of bandwidth sharing platforms, it is very much a reality today. Here's the game plan for today's explainer. First, what is bandwidth sharing? Second, how businesses use your data. Third, is selling data secure? Fourth, comparing the top 5 apps. And finally, how to get started. All right, kicking things off with section 1, what is bandwidth sharing? Turning your bandwidth into passive income. Okay, so at its core, a data selling app is just an application that lets you earn passive income by securely sharing a portion of your unused bandwidth. It works by connecting your device to what's called a residential proxy network. And that's basically just a system that lets businesses route their web traffic through everyday local home internet connections, exactly like yours. The best part? You aren't doing anything active. The app just sits quietly in the background, handles the connection for you, and essentially converts your digital waste into a usable resource. Moving right along to section 2, how businesses use your data. Let's look at the real demand for residential proxies. Now you're probably wondering, why on earth would massive corporations care about your home Wi-Fi? Well, it comes down to some pretty vital corporate tasks. We're talking market research, public web scraping, tracking SEO, verifying ads, price monitoring, and, a big one lately, AI training and data collection. See, by using everyday residential IP addresses, these companies get to experience the web exactly as a regular consumer does. That lets them bypass the strict filters that usually block big corporate servers from accessing public data. Which brings us to section 3. Is selling data secure? Let's talk about protecting your privacy. Okay, we absolutely have to address the elephant in the room here. Whenever you share a network connection, a hard, clear boundary is established. On one side, you have what the apps actually access, which is literally only the specific unused internet bandwidth you choose to share. That's it. On the other side is what remains strictly private. Your personal files, your text messages, your private browsing history, those are never accessed. Think of it like this. You're sharing the physical pipe, but absolutely not the water flowing through your own private section of it. And for your peace of mind, trusted providers share some very strict security features. They fully encrypt all network traffic. They clearly explain exactly how your bandwidth is being used. They never touch your personal data, and they allow you to pull the plug and stop sharing instantly whenever you want. Just a quick pro tip, though. Always download these apps directly from their official websites to guarantee you're getting those strict encryption standards. Definitely avoid third-party download sites. All right, section 4, comparing the top 5 apps. Let's look at the absolute best options on the market in 2026. When we break down the ecosystem of the top 5 platforms, your choice really depends on what you personally prioritize. Are you looking for mobile support? Do you want to take surveys too? Or are you running this on specific hardware? We're going to look at the ProxyRack Peer Program, Repocket, Honeygain, Pawns.app, and PacketStream. And as you'll see, 4 out of the 5 offer really strong mobile support, while PacketStream is pretty much focused entirely on desktop. Let's dive into where each of these really shines. First up, we've got the ProxyRack Pure Program. This platform lets you earn passive income backed by a highly trusted, enterprise-grade residential proxy network. The ProxyRack Peer Program is a phenomenally strong option if you value long-term stability and an enterprise-level infrastructure that global businesses already trust. Because it's built on such a massive, established network, it tends to offer really reliable payouts. Next up on the list is Repocket. Now, this app features a super intuitive dashboard that is specifically designed for users who want to run the application across multiple devices simultaneously. Repocket really shines for its flexibility. It makes it incredibly easy to track your earnings across a whole mix of phones, tablets, and computers, all from one central hub. Then there's Honeygain. You've probably heard of this one. It's easily one of the most recognized names in the space. For those of you who want the absolute lowest barrier to entry, Honeygain provides a highly beginner-friendly experience. I mean, they've already onboarded millions of users for a reason. If you don't want to mess with complex settings and you just want a clean, simple interface, this is a very, very solid starting point. Moving on to pawns.app, this platform takes a slightly different approach by allowing you to actually diversify your online income. If you're the kind of person who likes to actively boost your passive income, pawns.app is a fantastic alternative because it integrates paid surveys directly into the platform itself. So you get the passive earnings from your bandwidth, plus the active earnings from answering questions, all in one convenient place. And rounding out our top 5 is PacketStream. Unlike the others we just talked about that lean pretty heavily into mobile, PacketStream is a recognized lightweight application that is focused primarily on desktop users. So if you're strictly using a PC or a Mac and you want something incredibly lightweight running in the background without hogging all your system resources, PacketStream is a really focused, well-regarded solution. Now, before you start calculating your early retirement, let's talk about the earning factors you need to keep in mind. Your actual earnings are going to depend on a few things: your country or location, your raw internet speed, your device uptime, and of course, the overall network demand at any given time. While these apps absolutely won't replace your full-time job, it's important to remember that your exact earnings will naturally fluctuate. Think of this as supplemental, passive income, a nice little bonus for doing literally nothing. Finally, Section 5, How to Get Started, 4 simple steps to passive income. Getting set up is literally a breeze. It takes just a few minutes. Step 1, create an account. Step 2, download the official application. Step 3, keep the app running in the background. And Step 4, automatically earn money. The onboarding is entirely frictionless. You just create that account, install the app, and let it run quietly in the background while you go about your normal day. There is zero daily maintenance required. Which leaves us with one final, kind of provocative thought to consider today. How much digital real estate are you leaving completely unused every single day? As we wrap out this explainer, I really want you to ask yourself how much of your internet connection is just sitting there, idle, right now, just waiting to be turned into a decentralized asset. The technology is here, the business demand is totally real, and the security protocols are firmly established. Thank you so much for joining me to explore the data selling ops of 2026. Keep learning, stay curious, and I will see you in the next explainer.